Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be playing my April TBR game and I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna end up with a lot of books on my TBR. Probably every month for the rest of the year, but I'm excited. I only have to do 5 rolls today because I did read my required amount for my March TBR, so that's great. And we are going back to the original rules, so I will see you guys in just a second to pick all the books. Okay, first thing I need to do is put my Kindle in here. There's a hair on there. First thing I need to do is figure out where my Kindle is gonna go. So I have 24 physical books here, so that means that there's gonna be 25 spaces total. So 1 through 25. It's gonna be 21, okay? So, let's see. It's gonna go right in there. Okay, so I did read more than half of my TBR in March, so I do not need a punishment roll, but we are going back to the original rules where if I roll a prime number, I need to pull a prompt. 1 through 25, we got 15. Okay, so we got the games Gods Play, and I do have a bunch of automatic roll-ins, but I will go over that when we do the face-to-face portion because it's a little complicated. Okay, whoops, there we go. We got our next one. Okay, we got the red, we got Red Queen, 16. Okay, Nevernight, 11. Okay, we got the High Mountain Court, and that is a prime number, so we need a, let's do it over here, you can see here, we need a prompt. Is it gonna focus on there? Focus. You can do it, I believe in you. Well, it says a book from my son's bookcase, and there we go. Okay, so I will grab that at the end. 5. Okay. We got One Dark Window, and that is a prime number again. Author I've never read before. Okay, that could be, I'm not even going to try and get that to focus. That could be so many of these books. Ooh, what do I want to read? I mean, it's probably like all of these books, honestly. Actually, I don't know why this is in here because this is a sequel to something. So this shouldn't be in here. So I'm taking that out. I feel like I should pick one that's relatively short though, because I'm going to have a lot of books on this TBR. You know what? I'm going to pick this one. We're going to go with this. We're going to go with Immortal by Sulin Tan. Okay, so we have all of our books, and I'm gonna go over my automatic roll-ins at the end. So I'm gonna go over the ones that I picked first. So our first roll got us the games Gods Play, and from my understanding, from what I understand, without like going back and reading the description, this seems to take place in modern day or pretty close to modern day, but it's a fantasy world where Greek gods exist and they kind of rule over certain cities or areas in the world. And the main character is, she like works for the, what is it, the like thieves or whatever, Order of Thieves, and she's cursed, and then Hades chooses her as his champion or something. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little too zoomed in. There we go. And yeah, so she has to fight for Hades. And I don't really know where that's going to go, but we're going to try to read it. Then we got Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. And I know this is a really popular series. I honestly don't remember what this is about at all. Oh, it's about like, okay, they have like different colored blood and the different colors mean different things. That's what I got. That's all I got. I don't know. Honestly, I prefer to go into books with a very vague understanding of what it's about because that eliminates the possibility of expectations, and I typically have a better time reading a book if I go in with minimal to no expectations. So if you want like a clear, crisp, concise synopsis of these books, of books in general, probably not the person to ask. Just being honest. I will give you my thoughts on the book afterwards. Don't ask me what it's about ahead of time. Or afterwards, because I can tell you afterwards, but it's not going to be clear and concise. And then we got Nevernight by Jay Kristoff, and I think that every single one of these is the beginning to a series. So, starting a lot of series. Actually, every single one of these might be a series. I think it is. Every single one of these. So, again, don't know what this is about. Assassins. An assassin school. Perhaps death. Trials and tribulations. Sounds exciting. And then, because the role that we got for that, actually, no. Not that one. This one. The High Mountain Court. This is a book I'm pretty sure my husband got for me, and I don't know what it's about. I'm assuming it's about high fae. This is given fae, right? Oh, a witch. Ooh, a witch. A lone witch. A forgotten artifact. A powerful prince. And a world exploding into chaos. Love it already. So we got witches. We're not faes then. Witches. And a prince. Is the prince a fae? No? Okay. So we've got that, and then we got 11 for the number for that, so that's a prime number, so I had to pull a prompt, and the prompt was a book from my son's bookcase. He actually has a lot of books, and I had a lot of options, but I went with a cop-out because I went with a graphic novel, and it's the first in the Wings of Fire series. He has the graphic novel version of the series, and he also has the like novel version of the series. Okay, I could have chosen the novel. I couldn't find it, honestly. I don't know where the first one was. I found every single other one, but couldn't find the first one. But then I realized graphic novel is probably the way to go, because this will still get me a full point. And is it a little cheaty? Sure. But I didn't put any rules on what I could and could not pick from his bookshelf if I were to get that prompt. So I don't think so. I don't think it's cheaty. And I'm going to go with it. So look, I need a win on this list, you guys, because there's a lot of stuff here. So we got the Wings of Fire. Next, our fifth roll was One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Yes. I unfortunately know more about this book than I usually like to going into books, and I feel like I still don't know very much. So this is a magic system based off of tarot cards, I think, and you have to like have a specific card in order to wield a specific power. I could be way off. I don't know. And then the main character also has like a spooky spirit that lives inside her that she calls the nightmare or something. And I don't know. Unfortunately, this doesn't sound great to me. It sounds like it's going to be very convoluted and not well fleshed out and kind of confusing. I'm hoping that's not the case. I feel like a lot of people really like this, but everything I've heard about it gives me pause. I pause and I don't know, but I have it, so I'm going to read it. And obviously, like, I don't have the second one. But if I really like this, then I'll get the second one. But we got to read the first one first. So, there we go. And then we rolled a 5 for that, so that's another prime number. So the prompt that I pulled for that was an author I've never read from before. And that gave us this. It could have given us literally anything on the lineup. But this is this is Immortal by Sue Lin Tan. And this sounded real good when I picked it up. Oh, there's a blurb. Oh, look at that. There's a blurb on the back from Stephanie Garber, one from Ava Reed. Promising. This is, I don't remember what it's about, and I'm not going to read it, but, this is a book, a fantasy, I'm assuming, based off of, Chinese mythology. That's what it seems like. So, what the gods did not give us, I would take. Ooh. So again, don't really know what this is about, but the cover is really pretty and it's super exciting. Ugh, look at that. Look at that. Yes, and then the back is different, for sure. Yes. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I love that you can now get like beautiful sprayed edged and like inner cover art versions of books, just like going to the good old bookstore now and not having to just get them online, although the ones online are crazy. But I love it. I just love a good pretty book. So those are all of the books that we pulled. So we got 7 from pulling, and then I have 5 automatic roll-ins. So I'm doing the thing I normally do where I automatically roll in a book from my previous TBR if I started reading it and I didn't finish, and that book is Skein Island. I'm 50 pages in. I might as well roll it in because the app that I use to track my reading says I'm 25% of the way through. Lies. Absolutely. That's not 25%. That's lies. That's maybe 20% at the most. Actually, because there's a big chunk of stuff in the back of the book that I'm actually not certain is meant to be part of the book or not. So I don't know. We'll see. It could be, could not be. But we've got Skein Island by Elia Whitley. And I got no idea where this is going. This is about a feminist island where only women are allowed. And she's got a history with it because her mom went there and then abandoned her family afterwards. So mysteries abound. So that is automatically rolling in. And then I have a video. This one is actually going up first. I don't know why I did it that way, but I did. So I have a video going up next. The next video that goes up should be my priority reads for 2025. And that is a list of books that I really, really want to try to get to this year. And I have 31 books on that list. So in order to make it even, in order to even attempt to make it through that list in the year of 2025, I need to put 4 of those books on every single TBR for the rest of the year. So, that's what I'm doing. I have a bunch of different types of books on there in different like categories. So I have 4 books from that list that I'm rolling into my April TBR. First things first is we have An Offer from a Gentleman, which is the 3rd book in the Bridgerton series. The entire Bridgerton series is on that list. Spoiler. Because I really, really want to get through this series. Is it a little crazy to try and get through it this year? Yes, because there's like 27,000 books on that list for Bridgerton. There's like 27,000 Bridgerton books. But the next one's going on here. Okay. So what I figured I'm doing is, in order to finish all of the Bridgerton books this year, I need to read at least 1 a month, and then every 3rd month I need to read 2. So every single month there's going to be at least 1 Bridgerton book in these roll-ins. Next, I kind of broke down the remaining books that I had in there, and then I realized I had different categories. So I have some books that are on that list because they are sequels or the next book in a series to a series I've started, aside from Bridgerton. And then I had some in there that were books that were the first book in a series, and I wanted to read them because I've had the first book for a while and I need to know whether or not I want to continue the series. And then I had a list of, like, I had a stack of books in there that they're books that I'm not really super interested in reading, but I have them and I want to read them because I don't think I'm going to want to keep them. And if I can make space on my shelves by getting those moved on out, then good. Awesome. So what I decided to do was pull 1 book from each of those categories. So I pulled a Bridgerton book. I pulled 1 book that is a sequel to a series I've already started. And that one for this month is Nightbane. And I really enjoyed Lightlark, so I'm super excited about reading this sequel. Whoops. And then the book that's the first in a series, I picked Daughter of the Pirate King, and I picked this one because out of all the ones I had, this is the one that I'm most excited about because I have already read a duology by Trisha Levenseller that I absolutely loved, gave both of the books in that duology 5 stars, and these books are just absolutely beautiful. And it's not super long, so if I enjoy this book, honestly, if this book is 5 stars, anyway, if this book is 5 stars, then I'm probably going to buy both of the next books, like second and third one at the same time. If I can, because why not? Might as well. Might as well, right? Because that's 3 of her books in a row that I would have given 5 stars. I might as well just buy the entire series. So, excited to read that one. And then the last automatic roll-in is one that fell into the category of books that I have, I'm not super excited about, but I want to read to try and get books off my shelves. And that is Harriet Hall and the Miracle Cure by Sonia Garrett. And mostly I picked this one because it's short, and I figured it won't take too much to get through this. So those are all the books on my TBR. Let's see, that makes us have 8, 9, 10, 12 books. So let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 12. 12 books. That means that I need 6 points in April in order to not pull a punishment, but not to roll a punishment roll in May. I think I can do that. I've got 2 easy ones on here and one I've already started. So I'm halfway there already, basically. I think I could do it. I'm excited. This is a big TBR. This is the biggest TBR I've had in a long time, and I might be biting off more than I could chew. I might be shooting myself in the foot with this one, but we're gonna try. And honestly, if I can reach my goal of 6 books on my TBR read, so I said points because if you're unaware, the way that my system works is if I read a book from my official TBR, I get 1 point for it. If I read a book that's not on my official TBR, I get half a point for it. So technically I could read 12 books that are not on my TBR. I could not touch my TBR at all and still not have to roll a punishment in May. I've never done that. I've never attempted to do that, but theoretically I could. I don't know why I would, but theoretically I could. So yeah, I'm a little intimidated, but I think it's going to be okay. I am excited about most of these books, and the ones that I'm not super excited about are short. So it's totally fine. Anyway, that is my April TBR. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know what that motion was. And I will see you guys next time.